In this video, I'll be going over my November 2024 income report for Etsy. So this is going to be the Etsy main page, and I do want to go over the Everbee tool, but let me go over some of my income analytics first. So I currently got, or it looks like I got 49 visits for November 1st through November 30th, 2024 with Etsy. And I do have compared to previous year on here, and it looks like my visits increased 17% compared to the same period last year. So it looks like my highest visit stay is around 3, and that's going to be the, looks like 6th, 7th, and 8th of November. And I think this is the 20th, and then 24th. All look like they're around 3, and maybe even the 11th, I believe, here as well. And then for the previous year, it looks like I had 2 days that were at 4 visits. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I don't currently run any ads with Etsy. I am opted into the Etsy offsite ads, which I believe are ads that where Etsy can advertise your product on other pages or something like that. But if my product or my make any sales off of that, then I have to pay like an extra fee to Etsy, I believe is how that works. I still consider myself a beginner when it comes to Etsy because I feel like I still have a lot to learn. So if that's incorrect, definitely please let me know in the comments below. Please just be nice about it. I'm trying here. So I'm pretty happy with the visit since I don't run my own personal ads. I haven't created any new digital product or any product in a while for Etsy just because I have a lot currently going on right now. And I currently have 5 digital products in my Etsy dashboard. They're all priced at $2.99. So I typically make around $2 per sale. And then when I do sell, or if they sell, I don't have any sort of work to do in a way. So it's basically passive income. Since they're digital products, if somebody buys them, then they automatically get the product emailed to them, or they just get an option to download it right away. So I don't actually have to ship or make or really do anything. It's just set up there on the website. So as soon as people buy the product, if they want to, then it'll automatically get to them. So that is definitely really nice to have kind of like, I count this as passive income since I can just log in and see if I made any sales. I don't actually have to do anything once I have the product up there. And then I also have a bunch of free listings. I think it's from when I signed up. I used someone else's link, I believe, or something like that. So I ended up getting a bunch of different free listings. And I currently have, I think, 39 free listings left right now because when I did log in to get some snippets of my like income and analytics today, I did realize that 2 of my products were expired, so I did renew them. Sometimes I don't always catch when they expire, and I don't have them auto renew because I do want to use those free listings, and I don't want to be shocked with a charge because if I run out of free listings, then I think it's 20 cents a listing or something like that, and I don't want to be shocked if that happens. So currently, I'm not paying anything for the listings, so anything I make from here is going to be profit, except for it's not taxed or anything, so um, I should be keeping track of that just in case I do need to take taxes out, which typically I do, but since I don't have a ton of sales on Etsy right now, usually it's not really a huge issue with the taxes currently. So for orders, I made one order, or I got one order for November, and it looks like in the previous year I had 4. So definitely a pretty big difference. It decreased by 75%, but that's okay. It just happen sometimes, especially since these are going to be basically organic sales. If you don't count the Etsy offsite ads, since I don't run the ads personally myself, and I'm not creating more products or things like that. I think, at least right now, I think that I've had this shop for at least over a year now since this is showing me. The previous year, I'm just not entirely sure for how long. But I do think there's definitely lots of potential with Etsy to make a lot of money, especially if you have the time and energy and everything to devote to Etsy. So before I move on to the other analytics, I do want to thank the sponsor for this video, which is Everbee. I do highly recommend checking out Everbee if you haven't already. There are so many different great tools, in my opinion, that they have. I personally love the Etsy calculator. If you've watched some of my other videos, you probably already know that is one of my favorite tools that they have. They also have product analytics, a new shop analyzer tool, keyword research. They have plenty of videos and things to learn on. If you click on this, it'll bring you to just ways you can learn. And then there's options. So let me actually click on the learn so you can get an idea here. So unleash your potential by learning with Everbee. Intro, successful companies don't invent product from scratch. Can scroll down and there's just so much here, but there's these different videos and tutorials that you can watch. So I do highly recommend checking that out as well, especially if you're unsure how to use the tool. So let me click on the calculator because this is one of my favorite tools, like I already said before, to use. And the reason this is one of my favorites is because I always feel bad whenever I see people post that they finally made their first sale on Etsy, but they actually lost money because they didn't really look up how much money they needed in order to make a profit, like how much they had to sell it for. So I have mine at $2.99, and then I don't really do anything else. So my profit is $2.21. If I add in the Etsy offsite ads, depending on the percentage, I got $1.85 and $1.76. Either way, I'm still making some money there. And you just have to account for any sort of other fees you possibly may have. So let's do an example really quickly. Let's do $12.99. I love how quick and easy this tool is to use. $8 shipping. Let's say you offer like a 10% discount. I know a lot of people do, or I feel like a lot of people do. I don't actually have data to back that up, but I feel like a lot of places offer a 10% like welcome discount. Cost of item, we'll do $5. Shipping cost, we'll do $4. Let's see here. So the net profit be $6.39. And then let's go to advanced. So you could actually do the cost of the item, material cost, labor cost, packaging, shipping cost, $3.39. So let's say you're like, man, like I actually want to have, you're like, darn, I really want to have some more income. You could up the price. Let's do like $24.99. Really depends on what you're selling. $11.17. Maybe you have to have it even higher. $27.99. $13. You can just play around with this and see how high you need to price your product at. And then you want to look at your competition, because if you're the only one priced at like $45.99, or can go even higher, like $47.99. If you're the only one priced at that, then you probably may not make sales. Like you want to be competitive as well. So maybe most people price it around 20. So you do $18.99, you still make $7.28 in profit. Really depends on your product and everything like that, and how much it's costing you and how much you want to make. But I do highly recommend using this tool specifically if you're a beginner, because it is hard to know with all the fees and everything how much you'll actually make. If you already know that, that's wonderful. I think this tool is helpful for anybody really. And then there is so much data here. Like you can spend so much time just going through the different data that everybody has to offer. You have the product in the shop. You have product analytics, shop analyzer. You could go to my shop. You have your favorites. There's just so many different things you can do. So I highly recommend checking out Everbee. I'll have a link in the description below if you're interested in learning more about Everbee. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can, the best that I can. So moving on over to conversion rate, it's at 2%, decreased 78.6% from the previous year, but that's okay. That's just because of not making as many sales compared to visits, things like that. So that's okay. But I did have 100% conversion rate on that one day I did a sale, so that's pretty cool. And then down to the revenue, $2.99. So again, this is revenue, so it doesn't include the fees and things like that to get taken out. So my actual revenue, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was probably around $1.80 to $2.20. Worst case, $1.50 to $2.50. Usually averages around $2, but I'm overall pretty happy with any sort of extra income, especially passive income. And since I'm not currently doing too much with any of my businesses with just how much is going on, I'm happy with any sort of progress or anything like that. But I am really trying to work on getting back into the groove and getting back into creating more content, being more active in my businesses. So I would love to know how your November went for Etsy. If you have any questions or comments, anything like that, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Just please remember to always be kind and nice to everybody. So thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I hope that you have a great day.